Everything seems to go pretty well in the market right now, especially that we have like 94k as a new support level, just went up to 96k and hopefully hit 100k soon. And I looked at a couple different categories that I personally got into. Well, we have a couple of the coins that I mentioned before that I got into heavy. For example, there was Aerody Finance, finally up 20% since yesterday, or I should say in the last couple hours. Finally, it's getting back to where I bought it at, so not too strong in the loss. I also recently accumulated some Pengu, as you guys know, as I made a video on that as well. Reason being, if something goes up by like 120% in the past week, and we hear for months and years in a row that it's a strong team that keeps building, that had one of the best launches ever when it comes to a coin, obviously because it was a free airdrop, price went down a lot. This is something that I got into where I thought it's pretty solid, it's pretty good. And then something else that I recently saw besides these two was Cara. We're up like 10% in the past month, being in the top 120 in the all of coin market cap, around 500 mil in market cap. And it's something that I think I never mentioned on the channel yet, but that I think you guys will like as well. They say, leading the world to Web3, it's a decentralized blockchain that combines the speed and interoperability of Cosmos with the developer power of ETH. Right now, they've already been listed on Binance, so, you know, the most difficult step is already done when it comes to listings. Bybit, Coinbase as well, Upbit, Bitget, Maxi, Gate, and so on and so forth. You can see a couple different pages down here. And they recently had some announcements for their Cara AI, which I think is going to be insane for the price moving forward. Just in general, we have like 3 different things for AI in the top categories over here, right? We got AI by itself, we got DeFi, decentralized finance coupled with AI, and then we got AI agents. And anything AI based in the past week alone is up 20, 30, 50%. Virtuals is up 150, which is insane. And now Cara has some announcements for AI, which I think is going to be pretty good for the price, to say the least. Now, just 2 weeks ago, they announced a trading challenge on Binance where 127,000 Cara is up for grabs. And that is futures based, so if you never traded futures and you sign up to Binance, there is your chance. The more you trade and the better you do, the more you can get. A battle in the Masters Arena. And while that is happening, we've also recently seen that the daily trading volume increased by a lot, showing more and more demand being there for Cara alone. I mean, in the last 24 hours alone, we're up 60% for the trading volume. Something that does fluctuate daily, but the more steady that grows is usually a good indicator that more people get exposed to it, more people are buying and selling and trading, and also holding the tokens long term. And now, while they announced AI features, this is like the main tweet that they showed on what they do. In short, even though my camera is in front of that, you can see Cara does all of these things, while OpenAI, Google, Anthropic, as well as DeepSeek doesn't do that. There's no multi-EVM wallet support and multi-session support for any of the other ones besides Cara. Cara is also the only one for cross-chain compatibility with ETH and BSC. You can bind some tokens on decentralized exchanges using natural language and other points in here. Like the first comment says, you're in your own league. And that's true. While AI is like a hype category by itself, there are lots of different niches within AI. And they target that specific niche, which then allowed them, as their news from Token 2049, that they surpassed 100,000 users with Cara AI already. The first DeFi co-pilot with AI execution. They launched in February and established themselves as a leading decentralized blockchain native AI model, for which they recently announced major upgrades featuring capabilities that lay the foundation of a DeFi co-pilot with agentic functionality. Exponential growth, shown over here. And the first 10,000 is harder than the first 100,000, which is harder than the first million. So I wouldn't be surprised if they get to 1 million users in the next month alone, as long as the exponential growth keeps happening. Plus, they're not a new project that just came around. It's their 6th year and home to over 125 D apps. And with their entry to the AI market, it's not just AI is a thing, it's hyped, let's do that. It actually has usability and is here to stay. They built the AI model uniquely attuned to blockchain environments, while being fully decentralized and blockchain native and optimized through an independently developed open source model. In the next phase, they're going to enhance privacy features, optimize AI-powered DeFi applications, and as they say, Cara AI's ability to aggregate real-time data and insights across multiple blockchains gives you a distinct edge. I always like to say, knowledge is power, and I know a lot. One of my favorite quotes. The more you know and the more information you have, the more data you can aggregate in real time, the better it is when it comes to trading. And if you are at Token 2049 right now, you might see them as well. The CEO Scott Stewart also talked on stage at Token 2049 recently, covering different topics, including them surpassing 100,000 users. And overall, with what they're focused on and what they're building, I think with them being around as a token for pretty much 6 years at this stage, we will not just see the old all-time high from last bull run, but probably higher than that, as they now have this entire time frame to build, develop, make connections in order to go back to $1 billion market cap and more, which I don't think is that far-fetched. The thing is always, we like to look at new projects that just launched because there's hype for it, obviously. But for the ones that are established, they have a team over half a decade of experience being publicly traded as a coin. And also now a product that is quality-wise delivering that can easily get them back to old all-time highs and beyond. I think, but then again, I'm just one person, what do I know, right? I can also just talk about coins that I think are good for reasons. End of the day, you're gonna make your own decisions. There's more like an announcement for, hey, they're gonna have AI things and they're established, they're pretty cool. You might like that too, maybe you don't. Time will tell, we will find out. And while we're in the stage of the market right now where we're just waiting for confirmation to finally break out, to hit 100k and above, go back to 108k and hopefully above that, this is still the time to accumulate. You're not late. ETH is at 1800. All the governments in the world, even different states in America, separately start to accumulate Bitcoin and ETH. I'm fairly sure for a price target in the next 5 to 10 years, this will be at $1 million plus. And if Bitcoin does a 10x, then alts are going to do a 200, 300x, with some doing a 1000x. As we enter our digital future. And while we're at it, something that I talked about recently, for an upcoming drop for a new coin, there's Wagyu Cash. Just something to keep in mind because they're gonna drop in May is what they said in their Telegram. You can't buy this yet. This is not out, right? It's meme focused. And all you can do is you can sign in, refer people to get access to the contract address on the day of the launch before other people. Just something fun, something meme-based to keep in mind, something that I'm looking at. But overall, we're gonna see how all of this turns out. Also good to see that things like Beam, for example, went up 20% in the past like 10 hours or so, as we have been down quite a lot, but the quality is still there. Even if it takes longer than a couple weeks or a couple months, quality wins in the end. And their simple strategy of buying things that are good quality and holding, so doing nothing in the meantime, outperforms almost everybody. That being said, I'll leave links to everything I mentioned down below. Not financial advice, as you know, and I will see you when I see you. Until then, take care.